Order! Order in the court. I call this court session to session. Councilors Desi Laddick and Roy Wood Jr., are you ready to present your arguments?
Yes, Your Honor. I look forward to a rigorous debate that will make my opposing counsel look like the little bitch he is.
Let the record show, Your Honor, that I'm honored to appear before this court, and also that I keyed her car in the parking lot.
What?
Yeah.
Excellent. Our first case is about the rioters who stormed the Capitol on January 6th. Some of them are going on trial right now, and they have interesting ideas about who should be representing them.
At least 5 people charged in the riot at the U.S. Capitol have chosen to defend themselves in court. In doing so, they're brushing aside federal judges' repeated warnings about the risks of trying to navigate their high-stakes cases without a lawyer.
By representing himself in a bond hearing, a January 6th riot defendant named Brandon Fellows admitted to 2 more felonies, strengthening the case against him.
Alan Hofstetter, accused of being affiliated with the 3 Percenters, facing 20 years in prison on just the conspiracy charge, wants to be his own lawyer.
They're going to have to say to themselves, yeah, the election was stolen, the government was overthrown, and Alan was right about COVID, the lockdowns, masking, and vaccines. So, case closed. Sorry, folks.
Wow, riveting testimony. That is the most stirring self-defense a man has ever recorded in his mom's basement. Counselors, should the Capitol rioters represent themselves? Make your case.
Of course they should, Your Honor. American citizens have every right to defend themselves. I myself have gotten out of 3 parking tickets using the classic waterworks defense. 3 pee yourself and they let you go. Not to mention, by not getting lawyers, they're sparing us from catching COVID because, let's be honest, these guys don't believe in vaccines. And some of them don't even believe in haircuts.
Hell no. Hell no. Your Honor, they shouldn't be defending themselves. Look, representing yourself is a terrible, terrible idea, especially if we're talking about these guys, okay? That one guy admitted to 2 extra felonies. 2 extra felonies. What does he think? He think he's some sort of loyalty program where you do enough felonies and then the next one's free? These people are dumber than people who think they can do their own home repairs. You think you can grout your own backsplash. You think you can do it. But 6 hours later, your kitchen is flooded and your child is grouted to the ceiling. And child services.
All right. No children on the ceiling. I'm ready to rule. The court finds that the rioters should not represent themselves in court.
Damn it. Yes. Right.
They will be represented instead by Roy.
Haha, yes.
What? Huh?
Yep, that's it. All right. Let's hear our next case.
The criminal fraud trial resumes today for Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes.
She's accused of lying to investors about her medical testing company, saying that its blood testing devices could identify diseases and that she was making hundreds of millions of dollars.
A 3rd juror, Jill, has now been dismissed from the Elizabeth Holmes trial that after being caught playing Sudoku during testimony. A court transcript revealed that the juror had been playing Sudoku for at least 7 days during testimony. Now, when the judge questioned the juror, they confirmed they were playing the game, but were still, they say, listening the entire time. Holmes' trial now 7 weeks in and is now down to 2 alternates.
A juror playing Sudoku? That would never happen in my courtroom. Because we give out Nintendo Switches. Mario sent me a case of these to thank me for letting him off for stomping on all those ducks. Counselors, should jurors be allowed to play Sudoku during a trial?
No, Your Honor. It's not only unfair to the defendant, it's incredibly rude to the lawyers. We practice our speeches so hard. When to make our voices loud and when to make our voices soft for dramatic effect. Give us the attention we deserve. I didn't crash that children's theater camp last summer for nothing. Not to mention, where does it end? One juror plays Sudoku, another one starts reading, then knitting. One of them pops an edible they won't share, even though I can see that they have a whole bag. Now I'm in a fist fight with the juror while the defendant is sneaking away. In conclusion, share your weed.
I disagree, Your Honor. I disagree. Sudoku puzzles keep your brain strong and agile. I want a guy in my jury who plays Sudoku. He can do that beautiful mind thing where he sees all the connections and discovers who the real killer is. And once we know who the real killer is, we get to go home and watch Insecure. I did that Laugh South thing you did. Yeah, stole that.
What is your decision, Your Honor?
Huh? Oh, yeah, death penalty. Death penalty. Hold on, let me just save this. Okay, our next case is an international story that involves three things I never thought I'd say in a sentence. Richard Gere, Italian foreign minister, kidnapping.
Actor Richard Gere is among the witnesses listed in a trial involving Italy's former interior minister. Matteo Salvini is accused of kidnapping 147 migrants in 2019 after he denied their ship permission to disembark in Italy.
Mr. Gere actually went onto the ship when it was being held off the coast of Lampedusa. It was there for 19 days under incredibly difficult conditions, and he brought food and water to the people who were on the ship.
Being put on trial for just doing my duty is surreal. I'm sorry for that. Richard Gere will come. Now you tell me, how serious is a trial where Richard Gere comes from Hollywood to testify on how bad I am?
Well, now, this court case represents two intriguing questions. Should celebrities be involved in foreign legal matters? And man, what's Richard Gere been up to?
Richard Gere belongs in that courtroom, not just because he might have been witness to migrant kidnapping, but because he played a lawyer in both Primal Fear and Chicago. He is qualified to practice law and to be doing it while tap dancing.
No way, no way. Every minute Richard Gere is overseas dealing with this case is another minute of him not making movies. I've been waiting 20 years for a sequel to The Runaway Bride. The world deserves to know if she ran away again.
People do not want to see a Runaway Bride sequel. They want to see a Pretty Woman sequel.
Hell no.
No.
First Runaway Bride, then Pretty Woman. Runaway Bride.
Silence!
No.
First.
Silence!
Pretty Woman,
I
Pretty
said
Woman.
silence. If I say it again, you know where this gavel goes.
Yep.
We'll compromise, people. I sentenced Richard Gere to make a movie that's a sequel to both. And I don't know how it'll work. Maybe there's a time machine, but we'll let them figure it out. Next case.
A 96-year-old woman who went on the lam to avoid prosecution for alleged Nazi war crimes appeared in a German court. Irmgard Fürkner was brought into the courtroom in a wheelchair with her face and head covered. The trial will be held in an adolescent court because of her age at the time the alleged crimes occurred. Last month, Fürkner was a no-show on the day court proceedings against her were to begin. Reports say she fled her retirement home and was a fugitive for several hours before authorities caught up with her in Hamburg.
Well, that is peculiar. How did a 96-year-old woman escape from the authorities? I mean, she's easy enough to catch. She's obviously the car driving 15 miles an hour on the wrong side of the road. But now that she has been caught again, the question is, should she be taken to trial? Desi?
Yes, Your Honor. Nazis are bad.
Okay. Roy, what is your defense of Nazis?
What? Why do I gotta defend Nazis? I don't want to do that.
You have to, because I went first.
I don't have to do
Roy,
that.
Roy,
you do.
it's all
You gotta
right.
do.
Everyone understands you're just a lawyer. Devil's advocate.
Okay, well, you could say she was old and...
Overruled, Roy! Nazis are bad! Wow. And you should be ashamed of yourself.
You make me sick.
Desi wins and gets today's jury prize, a free book of Sudoku puzzles.
Yes.
That's all the time we got for court cases today. Join us next time on Court. But not you, Roy. You're banned for life. You leave your Nintendo Switch at the door.
Come on, dog, I'm not Switch. Don't take the Nintendo Switch.
No Switch for you. Great job, Desi.
Come on, man.
Can't believe you would defend
All right, that's fine.
Nazi.
This is The Daily Show with Trevor Noah.